What's up, guys? So happy launch day. We have our first 2-hour delay for maintenance because it's apparently there's too many people trying to log in and crashing the login servers, it looks like. So they're working on that. They have a 2-hour window here that they said they're not going to open up the servers, but they did give us some other cool stuff. I love it. We got some information here. Dear all global Archeworld users, this is Archeworld. Since the launch of Archeworld Asia server on September 1st last year, a lot of things have happened in Archeworld. Competing to other guilds with guild members and take rifts, make new Competing to other guilds with guild members and take rifts, make a new family. Building. Okay, I'm not gonna read that. So as you notice here, they do butcher some of the things in translation because they are a Korean company and they are translating it, so it's not the greatest. But what they're saying is we're gonna show you some cool statistics, some data from the first 8 months of service. So here we go. Let's look at the fact book from Archeworld. I love it when they do this. I am very, very happy about this. So nearly 1 million users. So cumulative number of signups, we have 924,921. Number of land lease contracts, there's been 36,702. 51% of those have been tenant lease contracts. So, and then 48% of those have been landlord contracts, so the owners of the property. So it's a pretty even split on landlords and tenants, which is kind of expected because they've sold roughly half of the land to landlords. And then current statistics of land lease rates. So there's a total of 7,000 land, they're saying, and there's 6,917 of them being rented or leased right now. Leased means rented. So that's 98.8%. That is kind of crazy. There's only, 83 of these land plots that are not being rented. That is impressive. That is insane. And a lot of the ones that aren't being rented are going to be the mega lands. So those guys are just expensive. Next up, Archeum. Cumulative Archeum production and consumption. So this is a cool statistic here. It's showing you how much Archeum there is been made. There has been 3 billion, if I'm reading that correctly, 600,000 Archeum, and about 3.5 billion has been consumed. So there's almost 100 million Archeum floating around in the world right now. Then we have what is the main source of consumption, and crafting and upgrading equipment to no one's surprise is the main source of consumption, and then also reaching ancestral levels, which does cost some Archeum there. Then total transactions at in-game item exchange. Show the auction house. Trading volume is increasing every day. That is a great statistic to know and learn about. That means there's more active players and more active trade going on. So they've done 1.36 million in BSLT exchanges sales, it looks like. Total in-game exchange BSLT transaction amount. Now, I guess this is how many transactions they've done. And then this is the total amount of BSLT that has been transacted. So 18 million. Woo, 18 million. And they said they equate this to a total value of 4.5 million USD. That's a lot of money that's been changing back and forth. And so when you think about it this way too, their cut is 10%. So that means 4.5 million has been bought and sold on the auction house. That means they made $450,000 off of those transactions. I don't know. I mean, if you're a game company, is that a lot of money? Is that not a lot of money? I'm not sure. To me, it sounds like it's a decent chunk of money for 8 months of a service, but I don't know. So next up, they told you the top traded items. We've got Archeum, Incomplete Archeum Shard, Labor Potion number 3, Shadowgun Ore is number 4, and then Lucky Scroll, surprisingly rounding out the number 5 slot here. I wonder if they bunched together all of the Lucky Scrolls, or if it's just a Lucky Scroll that is number 5. I would assume they probably bunched together all of the Lucky Scrolls, because I don't remember if there is just a item called Lucky Scroll. I think there's what is it, like Conqueror's Lucky Scroll, or like that. I think they have more words on those scrolls. All right, next up we have obtained the most BSLT. This is an interesting one. Ving, V-I-N-G. He's obtained the most BSLT. He's accumulated 358,000 BSLT, approximately $93,000. I'm curious, does this guy have 90? Does this have 350,000 BSLT on his account right now? Is that what they're talking about? Like, is he holding 350,000 BSLT, or is that like throughout his entire 8-month career of Archeworld? Like, is that how much he has earned? I don't know. This is an interesting statistic. We can go look in the Boroscope and try and find this guy's wallet to see if there is someone that has like 358,000 BSLT. That's a lot, you know, especially if the BSLT price starts to skyrocket. Like, whew, if BSLT gets up to say $1 or $2, this guy's got a lot of BSLT. And next up, King of Real Estate. This is a cool statistic. Boss Afoa, I think that's how you're saying that. He owns 117 lands. He is definitely a real estate tycoon, man. He owns a lot of land. And then we have King of Rentals, Patton King. He owns, or is renting, I should say, 370 rentals. Total OpenSea land NFT transactions, there's been 1.4 million in transactions there. So once again, they get a cut of that, so that's a decent chunk of money. They say it's a 6.4 million of clay, and this is the value that they're using for clay, 0.22. Most rare gear. So this is an interesting one. Illustrious weapon 6 tier. So tier 6, that's how they abbreviate here in the game. Only 7 weapons have been created at 6 tier. And then it says, thank you to your love and support. Land NFTs for the first 2 servers in the Americas have sold out. We appreciate your continued interest in Archeworld. The team will do its best to make Archeworld a better service. So thank you again for watching. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. Post them down below. We'll see you guys in game in about an hour probably now after you see this video, this maintenance. And of course, launch days, there's always issues and always things. So get some nap time in. It's nice that they told us it's going to be 2-hour break for this maintenance. So, yep.